Hello and welcome to the Our Metroidvania podcast. This is Cauldrath from the Our Metroidvania subreddit and Discord.
Hi, this is Master. I'm also from there.
Hi, I'm Atcero, and I'm also from there.
And today, for our return in 2022, we figured we'd do a recap of 2021. And we determined that the only game that all three of us played from 2021 is Astalon.
Yeah! So, I'm gonna be playing Astalon, and probably failing, because I died a lot in this game.
Kind of supposed to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you a way to heal, and so you just eventually get attritioned out. It's not that
Yeah.
any particular part of the game is hard, it's just you're gonna take some damage eventually, and then eventually it'll be just too much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this reminds me I should look at that poll to see how far Alcus is ahead of everyone
I
else.
still think it's Arius. He's the most OP. Oh yeah, I think I have alternate faces on right now, too.
I love the alternate faces.
I do too. Oh god. Okay. I see why you like it, Master.
No, actually, that's the only portrait I don't like in the alternate
that's fair.
faces, pretty much. It just looks weird. The original looks better.
So I put a poll on the Our Metroidvania subreddit asking which character people thought was overpowered. Since pretty much everyone I've talked to about this game thinks that somebody's overpowered, but no one agrees what. So right now we have 61 for Algus, 13 for Arius.
That's such horse stuff.
9 for Culey, the cowardly players. There's two characters that are spoilers. The first one that you get, which is basically a Super Mario Bros. 2 character, has 9 votes, which I assume are all troll votes. And then the second spoiler character, which is basically a Castlevania character, also has 9 votes, which is more reasonable. And then 44 people said that the characters were well balanced.
It seems that most people do agree on the one character then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most people are wrong.
Okay.
I mean, they're both overpowered in different ways.
Yeah.
One just lets you sit still and be invincible, and the other one just, you hold down attack and you do way too much damage for how early you can get the upgrades, and you just destroy everything instantly.
Yep.
Well, both of them kind of destroy everything instantly.
Yeah, but one you have to be closer.
Yeah, but you have the mobility to get closer a lot easier.
This is true. His movement is very fast for some reason. No, you'd think it'd be like the archer who would be able to go fast.
Yeah, interestingly, the archer never gets any mobility upgrades that don't involve environmental features.
Archer just kind of shoots things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's the only one that can shoot things from far away, like full screen, so...
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say.
She's the safe choice. Which is why I said that it's cowards that think that she's the best.
So mean.
I'm playing Best Boy right now.
You
Well,
also
you
have low defense unless you upgrade that.
Yep.
So maybe it's actually the knight who is the cowardly player because you deflect projectiles.
Wait,
so you don't have
they
to dodge
switched
them.
this, right? Okay. I remember because I played this day 1, I'm pretty sure. And you couldn't do this unless you left the room and came back in. It was a bug I had. Or it was a feature, it was one of the two.
Doesn't sound like a feature.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was made by Bethesda.
Since the mage has the attacks through walls, you could argue that they are the true coward.
Everyone's a coward who... When you just play this game, you're a coward.
Yep. You think they're all balanced? That's a pretty cowardly opinion.
Side note, none of us actually think you're a coward for playing this game. We love this game. It's the only one all of us have played.
It just kind of wins by default.
Yeah.
Well, this is
We're the only ones who played it.
this is also, in my opinion, like a very, very balanced and fun game in terms of difficulty. Like, also, I'm a simp for pixel art, so I mean, obviously.
Well, I feel like a lot of the individual challenges are kind of easy. It's just like, you die due to attrition.
Yeah. Oh god, I gotta jump back down again for money.
I think it's a very enjoyable game, though.
The world is well constructed, it has good puzzles.
I don't necessarily think it's an amazing game. I mean, it's a good game.
Yeah, I feel like this year was, like, of all the games that I played this year, I think Astalon was the best, but I still wouldn't put it in the, like, S tier, A tier.
I would put it in A for myself, easily.
It's like at the top of my B tier.
I'd put it in A tier, I guess, but I mean, I'd agree with people citing it having flaws.
Yeah,
It's just that I'm not bothered by the flaws, you know?
same. Also, I just realized I went into kind of a spoiler area right away. Whoops. Whoops.
Yeah, you're not supposed to know this exists, but when you like, all you have to do is know that it's there.
Yeah, because
and then you
it's
can
kind of
access it.
just, yeah.
Knowledge gating, so it is a Metroidvania after all.
No,
Oh.
that's not how that works.
No, that's La Mulana. La Mulana is the knowledge-gated, stupid Metroidvania.
Hey, it's got mostly keys, but it has a large number of them. So if you count Metroidvania-ness by the ratio,
Oh shit.
I could see that argument, but I don't think the ratio would be what's important. What's important should be just that it has the abilities and they impact things.
Are we talking about Astalon or La Mulana now?
La Mulana.
No.
So, the worst game of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game has a large number of key gates, but it
Yes.
still has abilities.
I
So,
personally
I
don't
mean-
consider it a true Metroidvania just for the sole fact it's not super non-linear. I mean, it is,
Yeah.
but it's not enough in my opinion.
If I had to make the argument, I'd make it just about the map design, but
Oh boy. Time for ass beating.
And then die in a cutscene.
yeah, they should have let you die because of your own recklessness, like in Sekiro.
But then they'd have to put in something for what happens if you win here. Which I guess wouldn't be that hard.
I don't think it'd be that hard. After all, in later in encounters, it's just I don't know if that's a spoiler mentioning that you encounter the obvious antagonist in the future. But there's not much fanfare to it.
God, I have to say, I really do not like Hyuli.
They are annoying and they don't really have a personality. They're just kind of there.
Well, not only that, look at her sprite. She literally has, what is it? Momodura, just legs for days. And then
She
when you
doesn't
get into
have
the
a-
sprite, boobs. It's like, come on, people.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the characters don't. Like, Algus is the only character that has a lot of story to him.
He's the
Yeah.
only one with any sort of personal arc.
Yeah. Of course, with the way this story is structured, the other ones can't really have that much of an arc. Because they, like, get their memories wiped every single time.
Minus him.
Yeah.
I do like that Kaylee just gets impaled.
Yeah, I know. Like, Arius literally gets ripped apart shred of, like, molecule by molecule. He gets disintegrated. Hyuli gets stabbed, and Algus just, electricity.
Hey, if you're dead, you're dead.
That's true. What's up, my nerd?
So what would you say are the, like, main new things that Astalon does? Like, the things that differentiates it?
Honestly, I don't think it... Well, I guess how it kind of delivers the story through buying. Like, that's all I can think of it doing. Because, I mean, I guess in a Metroidvania, having the character switching, that's kind of new. That's more new, I guess, because it was in Circle the Moon. It wasn't Dracula 3, but, I mean... It's not something we've seen yet in a Metroidvania. Minus maybe Portrait of a Ruin. Oh, yeah, I guess Portrait of a Ruin did it first. Sorry.
Right. But there is the difference, like, when you first start the game, you have to go back to the campfire to switch characters, so there's certain level design aspects that can only occur because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it has somewhat uncommon features, you know. I mean, having all the keys everywhere, it's kind of uncommon that your keys are your currency to get through things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the way that the shop works is also pretty unique. Like, people keep assuming that it's a roguelike because it stole the shop mechanics from a lot of roguelites.
Wait, for Astalon?
Yeah, like, people think that it's a roguelite because they see the shop, like...
Because there's
whenever
a
you die.
shop.
Because the shop shows up when you die. A lot of roguelikes, you, like, accumulate currency during the run, and then you die, and then
That is
before your next run,
that is a
you
bad
go to a
take.
shop.
That is such
Yeah.
a bad take.
This game
It is.
clearly isn't run-based, but people still think that, I suppose. I can imagine them thinking it, so therefore it must be something that people think.
Well, I mean, I've seen people say that. They thought it was a roguelite.
Those people are wrong.
I like how we're not even talking about how that just... That's not... It's the other definition of roguelike.
I like how we're spending all our time on Astalon too instead of the other ones.
Well, it's going to be harder for us to discuss any other ones because you guys haven't played them.
Well, I mean Metroid. We can talk a bit about Metroid. Because I would argue that Metroid is probably the most hyped Metroidvania of this year. Honestly.
Yeah, like, when the, like, subreddit Metroidvania of the year vote happens, Metroid Dread's almost definitely going to win.
As
Aeterna
it
Noctis...
should.
And no.
Hey, I said maybe.
Astalon should obviously win because it's the best game. Aeterna Noctis, like, I've heard a lot of people being really hyped about it.
I haven't touched it and probably never will, actually.
I'll probably get it when it's $10.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but I discovered something very important. I googled Metroid Dread, and a GameRant article comes up, and it claims that Metroid Dread, Hollow Knight, and more approved 2D games are going nowhere. I just thought that's like that's the most clickbait article I've seen in a while.
So a game from 2017 proves that games are going nowhere?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not clicking on it because then they'd win, but I felt the need to share that title.
That's very fair. I don't want to break that.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk about things that Metroid Dread did. Like, I feel like a lot of the appeal of it is exactly the problem I had with it, where it railroads you everywhere.
Yeah.
So it is a very beginner-friendly Metroidvania. Well, okay, so the boss fights are pretty unforgiving. in kind of like a Dark Souls-y kind of way, where like the boss will hit you for like over like your half of your health if you don't dodge an attack properly, and then they're
Yeah.
not like the first time you see the attack, it's not telegraphed very well, but it's telegraphed well enough that like once you've seen it, you have enough time to react to it.
Yeah.
So it winds up being pretty easy to beat the boss once you've seen everything that it does. So it's one of those, yeah, it's kind of the Dark Souls style where it's hard to win the first time, but pretty easy once you've gotten once you've seen everything the boss does.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one, yeah. So it's difficult. Like it portrays itself as difficult, which makes it not seem like a beginner Metroidvania. But then it's fairly easy to actually complete. And then also the actual Metroidvania parts of exploring have been made easier by all the railroading, despite what David Jaffe might say.
Does the game make you feel dread?
I mean,
I think it's supposed. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say as a horror buff, no, but I mean, I'm a horror buff, so... Like, people say Super Metroid and, like, Metroid 1 creates this tension, and I'm like, I don't feel it, personally.
Hey, see, I think Super Metroid creates tension. So maybe I would, like, dread, I don't know. Yeah, I think it did its horror elements effectively.
Yeah,
Because I am more willing to accept the spooks.
The spooks.
Yeah, I think the Emmys are supposed to be like the horror part of it. But
Yeah,
one's
I
it just
guess-
being like they instantly kill you and you just immediately respawn at a checkpoint. So it's like
I've dodged a
There's-
few of them. I think I did it twice where I managed to do it, and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna happen again for a long time.
The real horror was the writing.
I didn't mind it! Everyone's complaining about the writing, and I thought I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was better than other M.
Okay,
But
do
to
you
clear
realize
that
how
low
low
bar.
of a bar you've just set?
I know, but still, it was better than other M. I mean,
How-
all it
How
needed
is
to
it
be.
compared to Castlevania games?
I mean, it had more lore than Castlevania in one game, so... I mean, take that how you will. Like, Castlevania, the only lore we've gotten is Grimoire of Souls in how many years? I don't know. The writing was better than Castlevania. I'll
what
say
about
that.
erotic violence?
I
Was
haven't
there
played
no lore?
the erotic violence. You're right. There is the lore of those vampire titties. But, you know... I don't know how family-friendly that is. Metroid Dread at least is family-friendly. Kinda. What?
Gravity is optional for snakes.
Yeah, no kidding. Also, yeah, I keep forgetting I know all these little shortcuts. Give me it. I forgot what this does. Oh, that's what it does.
I think the best way to make a horror game scarier is to just turn the brightness and down like an unreasonable amount. You just can't see anything.
I mean, that only works for a little bit.
Hey, it helps with I was playing Dead Space recently and for some reason with Dead Space 1 on like the EA Play version, I don't know, whatever EA has for their desktop, the lowest brightness you could set wasn't low enough. It was still really bright, and like going into the setting file and turning it down even more just made it a lot better.
Can't you just adjust your TV?
What?
When you just
What do you mean,
adjust
what?
your TV?
I'm using a monitor.
You can change it on a monitor, too!
Well, can I change like the? Yeah, my monitor. I already use it on its lowest brightness setting.
Okay, yeah, I do the same, and it
But
still
that
doesn't feel.
It doesn't necessarily mean I won't be able to see the, the dark things.
Yeah.
Just the brightness of the monitor.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problem with horror in games is that a lot of games just don't have any real consequences, and so it's hard to like feel like anything's at stake.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is for me, at least. It's like, oh no, it's a video game.
Dead Space kind of semi BS's you a lot, but they give you autosaves like every room. So there's not really when you die, you don't really there's not much tedium there because you can retry what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean there's still tension. But that's with any horror game really. Unless if they don't punish you, you can make the argument that there is no tension, and if they do punish you, you can argue that the game is tedious.
Yeah, like I don't really like roguelikes because they like wipe out your progress whenever you die, but I feel like the horror genre would be a good fit for it. Because
Sure.
they would give you real consequences.
I wonder if Prey Moon Crash is spooky because of that. Which is the do you know much about that?
I played regular Prey, but I never played Moon Crash. Like, I'm aware of what the basics, like, of how the mode works, though.
Yeah, I've never played it either, but I just thought, well, Prey's got some atmosphere, and it's got mimics, which make you fear for your life. So maybe Moon Crash is actually scarier.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you die with a character, then that character's just dead.
He's dead, Jim. I'm still.
Astalon.
Oh, yep.
Astalon has a lot of moments where, when you're like trying to progress kind of the main path, you've got to go push a button somewhere, but you didn't know you had to go push a button until you get to the like end of the path you were going, where you can see the door that you would have opened if you had pushed the button. Then you gotta.
Sola Mulana?
What?
You heard
What are
me.
you even talking about? You make progress like one room at a time in that game.
No, you had to. There was a couple times where I've had to do something really dumb, and it's like, oh yeah, this does progress in this whole other area, and it's like, why?
That's the opposite of what I'm talking about. I'm saying you go down like one of two paths, and one of the paths leads to the button, and the other path leads to the door. And you go down the door one, and it's like, well, I guess the button was in the other path. I gotta go all the way
Yeah.
back.
That's
Back
quite
the way
a
I
few
came.
though. That's a lot of Metroidvanias.
Yeah,
Well, it's still bad.
I think they do it.
I don't mind
There's
it.
a whole lot of buttons opening doors in this game.
That's
I mean,
true.
that's how they force you to go through areas. That and the white keys.
And the blue keys.
A lot of switch gating and key gating.
Yeah. And this is why I don't truly consider it a Metroidvania.
In some of them, it's like, oh, you gotta go down these 3 separate paths to hit these 3 separate buttons, and each one's like a gauntlet. So it's easy
to get
to
you
die.
to get used to the characters. Well, at least it was in the beginning.
Well, no, the one I'm thinking of in particular was in a later game area.
I don't even remember which area.
I don't know, it was like orange on the map.
That's not the tower. I can't kill. Yep.
And you really don't like picking up currency.
Okay, considering I've already beaten this game, and I'm gonna be doing this playthrough for like an hour and a half. You know what? Yeah, gonna leave that there just for you.
Alright.
What, you're not gonna finish it once you're off stream?
It took me
I
hours to beat
finish
it
every
the first
game I
time.
play.
Yeah, I've already beaten this game. I don't need to beat it again. Oh wait, no, I have to go.
That was a joke because I'm cursed to never play a game again once I play it on stream.
Oh no, that's a lie. You've played Castlevania many times.
64, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, its
But
actual
only
name
Like,
is.
Rain World, Unworthy, like, I want to keep playing them, but then I just don't. I think stream them.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Well, I started La Milana 2 on stream.
Did you finish it?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
I've never done that. I didn't know that's what it did.
It was
That's
the
a lot
first
of
thing I
damage.
did and I got up there.
Ah, too bad I
Thank
don't
you.
have the stream deck. That's a lot of damage. Oh, what were you saying, Master?
Oh, that was just the first thing I did and I got up there.
I
What
never did
happens
that.
if I jump off?
Beautiful. I can't help but admire the pixel work every time I play this game, though. It makes me so jealous.
Oh, something, random about Dead Space that I remember reading is that the enemy spawns are semi-random, which means you can't just, like, memorize where enemies are in a room in a subsequent playthrough.
Oh, like you can in almost every Metroidvania ever.
Mhm.
Oh, what's another? We gotta talk about more Metroidvanias of 2021. So, like,
Yeah.
what are the main contenders that released? We have Astalon, we have Dread, we have, Deedlit,
Probably Aeterna Noctis is going to be
Aeterna. Yep.
the...
Do we want to count that even though it released in December? That was really trying to ride the wave of the last one of the year.
I mean, if you
Why wouldn't
don't
you count
like...
it?
Yeah, like... Would you allow it on a 2022 list?
Yes. 2022 list, I would probably put it on. I
I
feel
would
like
not.
December is like a cutoff point where it's like, getting quite close. Oh, crap.
It's not like we're deciding it in December. It's, you know,
Well,
it's fine.
we don't
like,
decide it at all. That's your realm, not ours.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's not we as in the subreddit community as a whole. Like,
That's
it's
true.
not. You're not choosing it at the end of the year. It's more of the retrospective, which game was the best of that year. So there's no reason why you wouldn't include a game in December. Because once you're looking at it in retrospect, the month doesn't matter.
Sorry, I'm bathing in money. 1 second. Yum yum.
You're not going to just refuse to
picking
pick
it
up
up?
any of it to fight me?
Hey, no, if they give me money, I'm gonna pick up the money. Just like stuff like that. If I catch it, I catch it.
See, did we mention Axiom Verge too?
No, we did not. I have not played that.
I did.
If not.
It's kind of interesting in that all the bosses are optional except for the very last one. And then they're all pretty easy too. Well, so the ones that you can play when you're like there's a world that you can only enter when you're in like a certain mode, and the ones that are in that world are a little bit harder. But outside of that, like I have a GIF where it's like you have to fight 2 of the bosses at the same time, and I literally kill them within like 10 seconds.
Oh god. Honestly, it reminds me of Castlevania 2. And the fact that, okay, these bosses are optional.
Why would you play Castlevania 2?
Okay, I've had to beat every Castlevania, man. You gotta... As terrible as 2 is...
You won't stream La Milana, but you'll stream Castlevania. You'll play Castlevania 2.
Okay, that's different, alright? That is so different. Alright, just kill me. There we
Also, I've played Castlevania 2 because back in the day, all we had were Metroidvania-like games were crappy NES games.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we offending your age right now?
I'm just saying, we played
Uh,
what we had because that's all we
and
had.
we walked uphill
Yeah.
in the rain to school, and we liked it. We liked it.
When Castlevania 2 came out, it was amazing because there
Oh.
wasn't anything better.
Oh God, Castlevania 1 is better than 2.
But not in like the Metroidvania way.
Okay, that's true. Zelda 2, actually. I would argue Zelda 2 is so much better.
It's
Meanwhile,
not very, it's still not very
Super
good.
Metroid.
Okay, I'm actually
Yeah,
very
it's-
biased towards Zelda 2 because it is my dad's favorite Zelda game ever.
Well,
So
your dad
I grew up
doesn't
in a
have
very
good taste.
Zelda positive household, thank you very much. Except he hated Wind Waker.
I mean, I can understand not liking the sailing part.
Yeah, he hated the graphics.
Of course.
Yeah, because he's old.
Kids
Well-
these days with their Toon Link.
And that's one of the Zelda games that age. Did your game just completely glitch out?
Yes, it did!
It at least recovered.
it recovered itself, thank God, but yeah, no, that was a glitch.
If you don't bring Algus to this room, you just have to spend 10 years opening.
Well, how
or
else can you not, like, I don't have the double jump. I have
the
to.
sword. I know.
Like,
Just doing it with the archer was awful.
this is very awful. I'll
Mhm.
agree to
Why are
that.
you doing it? You don't need it. You're just wasting time.
I have to!
I won't pick up the currency when Cauldrath tells me to, but I'll sit here for half an hour shooting arrows at these boxes.
Okay, look at this. I'm getting all three at one time. Efficiency. Come on. Being attacked and harassed for my method of playing Metroidvanias, and I don't quite like it. Let me play the coward character.
You were meleeing boxes with the coward character.
Okay! It's not like, okay, no, it's still technically ranged because I'm not taking an arrow and stabbing it. I'm still shooting the arrow.
You're
God,
stabbing them with the bow.
it's not my fault. Wait, was Algus or Arius better for this fight?
You're hitting them with the back of the arrow as you sharply pull back the string, and that's what's breaking them.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go with. Oh no! I have to go with. Yeah, Arius. Whoops.
Imagine like trying to hit something with any amount of force by pulling back a bow.
It's just better to beat something with the bow at that point. Like, unstring it and start using that thing as a freaking stick.
Just
Or you
snap
can
the
just-
string on someone's arm, incapacitate them.
Ooh. Dude, that actually, like, I've heard, like, snapping the bowstring back, it just pain. When it slides and hits your wrist, if you don't have the proper, gloves. Pain.
Yeah, wrist guard.
Yeah. Alright, what else came out this year? We're getting off topic. We get...
Well, there's still some more stuff to talk about for the Axiom Verge too.
Oh, that's
There's
true.
no such
Axiom
thing as
Verge
on
too.
topic.
Not true. Oh yeah, thank you for showing me that. I always forget about that.
Pretty
so-
glowy.
Yeah, I would say that the combat is lacking in Axiom Verge 2, but it had probably the best exploration of any Metroidvania this year.
Okay.
And it did the whole, like, Zelda 2, like, World Dark World thing pretty well.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I think it was, or not Zelda 2, Link
Zelda
to the
3.
Past. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it did it better than that one did. Which contributed to the exploration. Like, it had some good puzzles based around switching back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, how would you rate that game?
Like, I don't think it, like, I had it, like, 3/4 up my B tier. Like, just the fact that the combat was so lacking was what the major hit against it. Like all the, ironically, I was able to kill enemies like the bosses in just a few seconds, but then like the regular enemies had way too much health.
Jeez.
Bullet spongy regular enemies seems to be an issue some games really suffer from. I blame Dark Souls.
Yeah, it seems to be a like increasingly an issue too. I think it's a lot of games are trying to be more combat centric, and they're trying to make every bit of combat like an ordeal when it doesn't need to be.
Combat should be fun. Like, in my opinion, combat should be fun first and foremost.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel good to fight, then I don't want to fight. I'm not gonna fight.
And it's one thing, you know, like Dark Souls having tanky Black Knights or whatnot. I mean,
Yeah, to have the occasional, like, tanky enemy, obviously. That's, like, a given. You need to mix in for difficulty. But to just always have, like, damage sponges, it's like, eh. Oh, shit,
speaking of, Astalon
nice.
sure has a lot of rooms where you just have to kill a billion sub-bosses.
I didn't mind the Cyclops, honestly. Well, at least because of their theme. Like, I would enter a room and their theme would start going, I was like, oh, I like this.
It got a little bit repetitive, I think, towards the end.
That's fair. Haha.
Yeah,
See, what
if
they
you're
could
gonna
have done is sort of phase them out, like, by the, you know, last area, and then you'd have the other sub-area, and that's like revisiting them with the Cyclops Den.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be more... It'd make the Cyclops Den more interesting, I think. Because I really don't think it's an interesting area.
or have Cyclops variations. Like, I think part of the problem is just if you're fighting the exact same enemy over and over again, then it shouldn't be an ordeal the like additional times you're fighting it.
Yeah.
I mean, it becomes less of one as you upgrade your characters, at least.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's-
guess it does have the bonus of like kind of showing you how far you've come.
Some of the other sub-bosses, though, just took forever. I remember Horse sub-boss just absolutely sponging everything. And there was the one that had the wall of projectiles that only appeared a few times as well. It was pretty annoying.
Well, you got that switch. Seems worth it.
Yeah, well, I was at 2 health anyways. It's not like, whatever. Alright, time to upgrade Best Boy.
August did all this work and then you're just pumping it into...
Well, of course!
areas.
Why would I care about anyone else?
Don't care about the
I
main
mean-
character of the game.
I mean,
Oh,
you don't
that's
have the upgrades that make Arius good yet.
No, but I still like playing it as
Like, before I got the upgrades for Arius, I did play Algus pretty much exclusively
That
when
sucks.
I could.
I don't. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I have to be... Nope. Can't reach it. Oh yeah, now I remember what I have to do.
Hmm.
You have
But
to
that's
do the
spoilers.
annoying mechanic.
Yeah.
Glitchy mechanic as well.
Alright. So, we've covered Astalon. We've kind of covered Dread. Axiom Verge 2. How about the most hype for me and then became the worst Deedlit?
Oh yeah.
Is
It
that
was
game
so
bad?
beautiful. It's such a pretty game. Pixel art on another level.
Is it prettier than Symphony of the Night?
I would honestly argue it's very close, yes. But I am also a
It-
sucker for Symphony of the Night because of the gothic style.
Is it very
Yeah, it's-
close or is it better?
It's heavily inspired by, at least.
Yeah. The thing with Deedlit is it's heavily inspired. Then you can take that as far or as, you know, not far as you want and how that is. Because a lot of people, when it first released, people were saying, oh, it's traced. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it looks like it's traced, but then it isn't.
No. Did they take a lot of inspiration? God, yes. And honestly, that was a lot of the hype, too. That was a lot of the hype even for me. Because I'm a sucker for Symphony of the Night. But then it was just not a great game, sadly.
Yeah, it was pretty much all key gates.
Yeah.
There were a few ability gates.
The bosses were worse than Symphony of the Night in terms of difficulty. I don't know how someone accomplished that, but they did.
Well, the whole system with the elements kind of lends itself.
Yeah.
It's one of those mechanics that it's a positive feedback loop, where if you're doing well, then then you do more damage and you get free healing and all that.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing poorly, then it's extremely hard to recover from it.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Ah.
Like, I think it's interesting what they were trying to do with it, but just didn't get there.
No. And it was honestly pretty linear, too.
Yeah. Like, if you played Toyo Luno Nights, it's pretty similar in structure and difficulty to that game.
Yeah. That one had more of the gothic feel, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty similar.
Thought it had a Toho feel.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be implied, but...
If only Gothic were implied by Castlevania.
It is! What do you mean? Like, all of Castlevania is based on Gothic. Like, it has
Have you played Dawn of Sorrow?
Yeah. But that's also set in the future, that's different.
It is not.
It's different!
You can have sci-fi Gothic.
I mean, they
Yeah,
tried to do Gothic, but it wasn't as prevalent in Dawn. I will admit that. Actually, in all the DSvanias minus probably Ecclesia, were kind of going away from Gothic. Why? I don't know, because Gothic's the way to go. That's half the reason I love Castlevania.
I'm sure the next Castlevania will be back to the roots, just regular little Dracula slaying adventure.
God, I hope so. Those are the best. If you're not, you know, destroying Dracula, what are you doing with your life in the world of Castlevania?
Fighting succubi.
Causing erotic violence, that's very true.
Being a succubi.
I can't make it.
So,
Oh, that was
sorry.
bad. No, that
Very
wasn't you,
scary.
that was me.
No, I'm saying words that are wrong. Like the plurality, not the morality.
I miss good Castlevania games. Rise in 2007. I think that's when Order of Ecclesia was. Yeah, because it went Dawn of Sorrow, I'm pretty sure, in 05, Portrait of Ruin in 06, and then Dawn in 07. Or Ecclesia in 07.
Well,
Oh,
Google
yeah,
says it was 2008.
Oh, really? Was I right on the other two? Well, I know I'm right on Dawn of Sorrow, because I've arranged songs for those, and I have to do the correct name. Or the correct time.
Maybe the Wikipedia entry is wrong. Never
What is
know.
it? For Dawn?
No, let me check. Okay, Dawn of Sorrow is 2005.
Yeah, and then Portrait I'm pretty sure is 06.
That is correct. Clearly, they spent more time on.
Ecclesia. Well, have you seen
Ecclesia.
the art? God! Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
I
God,
have
I
yet
love
to play.
Huh?
I've not played
You
Ecclesia
should.
yet. I
I
should.
I tried playing hard mode on Christmas. Oh god, I hated it. Hated it. I loved the mixed enemy placement, like they added a bunch more enemies and it was a lot more fun. But then when each hit does like 30-some damage, it's like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
You're saying I shouldn't play on hard mode?
I mean, do you want pain?
What do you think?
I'm guessing no, because it's a Castlevania game and it's already painful for you to play them, so...
Okay.
I want to find a ROM hack, actually, that does hard mode without, like, the increased damage dealing, or at least, like, a reduced damage dealing with the kept enemy placement. That'd be fun.
You could just grind some more levels and then.
How's the placement better?
They just added more enemies, so, like, in the very first level, like, not the prequel area, because they freaking throw skeleton blades at you, and I don't know why. But there's, in the first area, like, in regular mode, it's just all skeletons. But in the new mode, there's, like, axe armors thrown in there and bone archers, and it's just a lot more challenging. Which is nice, not the damage, though. Like, I wanted the increased enemy placement. I did not, however, want increased, damage dealing.
Customizable difficulties are good for this reason.
Oh,
How easy is it to just avoid damage, though?
I don't know. I don't avoid damage in Castlevania
That's
games.
true, you never do that.
I don't even do it in this game. I mean, are you seeing how I'm playing?
Every
This is why
time
you
I
like
look at
Arius more.
Exactly,
Yes.
because I can take damage.
you're just always dead.
Yeah.
40% of the stream is the...
You know what? I don't need to
that's
be judged on
true.
my terrible playstyle. I know it's bad, but I have fun. That's all that matters.
Alright, so. What other? Let's see. Other contenders, maybe Ender Lilies?
I have not played that yet. I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure Professor Q would be very angry about any Dark Souls comparisons, but. It has a
Professor
dodge.
Q ain't here.
Alright. It has a dodge roll. Has iframes. It has like. Actually, I don't remember what happens when you die.
If you die, you die.
Yeah. And it has a parry. Like you get like so you get like summons and then they can do attacks and stuff like that. And some of those summons are parries, but then there's also like a parry that you get on the character, and that one's practically useless. But the like summon parries are pretty decent.
Honestly, it just sounds like Aria of Sorrow, but all the summon ones instead. Like
Yeah,
all
so-
the summon souls.
Yeah. So it does. The interesting thing that it does though is it has like the ammo system, kind of like you have for the spells in Dark Souls, where each spell has a certain number of uses, and whenever you go to a bonfire, it recharges all of them. So it does like incentivize you like using all of them, but still spacing them out across your entire traversal to the next bonfire. So you don't get super spammy, but you can. But it's not like you don't get the Mega Elixir problem where you're like, I have to save all of these forever.
Nothing, you can just go back to a checkpoint. That was from Neon Hermit.
Oh yeah. I assume that's for Ender Lily's death. Yeah, I think it was like, yeah, you just get sent back to the checkpoint, keep all of your stuff that you got.
Also, I like how Algus says kids, and then it just gets to Kayuli's, Mega.
Also, isn't... Like, August doesn't really look old.
Yeah, he looks
per
about
se
the
in his
same
portrait.
age.
I mean, I think that's part of the
And
art style, though, too.
Yeah, just like all the characters were Like, all the portraits are the same age. In both of the art styles.
Yeah, well, okay, the first art style, you can't really say that because it's anime. Everyone always looks the same age in anime. Unless they're obviously the short man, old man, who's also secretly ripped. You know, that's just how it is.
Well, a lot of characters in anime look like they're kids.
A lot of characters in anime are kids.
Yeah.
I'm a little baby girl.
I am
0.
15 years old. I'm
1,000.
gonna go save the universe.
Come on, get up here so I can kill you.
Why do you want to kill that poor creature? What did it do to you?
He existed. Also, I want the Bestiary entry.
Why?
Having the thing, having all of it unlocked, unlocks a character that you can play.
Did the entire bestiary.
I did too, I always do. Unless it's Aria of Sorrow. Because Aria of Sorrow's Bestiary sucks.
Why is that?
Because there's 2 hidden ones that are really tricky to get.
How so?
One, you have to be able to do enough damage to kill it in one blow, which I never get to that point. The other one, you have to freeze time just as the exact moment, but it gives you like maybe 5-6 frames to do it or something. It's really dumb. It's low.
I mean, do you just like screen reset and try it again if you fail?
I think you can.
Doesn't
But it's-
sound that bad.
But with the Chronomage soul, however, you're not Chronomage. Galamoth soul, sorry. It has delay when you use it, so timing it is just, it's dumb.
I see.
Ah. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't die.
That's what it feels like to actually dodge attacks. You're not
It
playing as a
feels
melee
weird,
character.
I don't know if I like it or not. Oh, I'm gonna die back here too. I hope you know this. I'm very damage prone. Did I go over there? Wait.
Trash quest.
I need to play that.
Yeah, same.
Because Chief gifted it to me. I need to... I've heard good things about it, though. I've heard it's just a nice, short, sweet adventure.
Yes. I do think, just inherently with really short Metroidvanias, there's only so much exploration you can fit in, so I don't really expect that in Microvania. So in that way, I wouldn't compare it to the other Metroidvanias on the list, necessarily.
Oh, peace.
I like how you had a near miss, and so you just completely abandoned your strategy.
Okay, yeah, but I almost died because he did the long one, and I wanted to be careful just in case he didn't do another long one. I was trying to be safe.
And then you went back to the same spot immediately.
Yeah, because he just threw one.
But you like taking
Oh.
damage.
Yeah. I jumped badly. I mean, I'm not a, glutton for punishment, it's just, I'm dumb, okay? There's a difference.
Tasty iframe.
Tasty tea.
Alright, looking back at my... Oh yeah, Trash Quest. Apparently the developer is working on a sequel right now, too.
Yep, I saw that
This is
post.
correct. No, with that format, you could probably make a whole, Mega Man-esque series of games.
Yeah?
I'm here for it, you know?
I wonder if he's doing, new sprites and everything, or no.
Although it looked like it was the same raccoon.
Okay, so he's
Wow.
probably reusing tile sets, which is completely understandable and smart.
Yeah. Maybe making some new ones to go along with it.
Yeah.
Doing the Castlevania thing.
Hey
Recycle everything, add a few new things.
man. They didn't recycle everything, just 90%
Well, they
of them.
They should have.
Hey! I like some of the updated ones. I don't know.
No,
Oh,
I'm
wait.
saying that, like, they should make new ones, but then also use like as much of the old stuff as possible.
That's what they did
Because
pretty
that would-
much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying they should be doing.
So we're agreeing!
How dare you?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I guess that since most of us haven't played Trash Quest, that's probably about it that we can discuss.
Yeah.
Master, was there anything like unique about Trash Quest that you'd like to bring up?
Well, when you respawn, you always spawn in the center of the map in a specific place, and as you progress, you unlock shortcuts to that area. So in that way, it's kind of
Kind of
Sounds
like
like
Astalon.
Astalon. You spawn at the entrance, though you don't, and then you have elevator immediately.
Yeah.
It's different.
Ah, God, I wanted the mirror sword. Oh, time to get the best upgrade.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Time to actually turn this game from to oh yeah. So nice.
I
Oh
don't know.
shit.
I don't know why more games don't give you this style of dash.
People like the dash.
People
Like-
want to go fast. Just let
They
them go
do.
fast. You know, they're more prone to hurt themselves, as you can see.
Me. Oh sweet.
Games are always just making you go really slowly through things for no reason.
Yeah. And me, I get hit a lot more when I got these boots. I die a lot more, and you will see that.
Yeah, a lot of games will have a dash, but it'll be like a fixed distance dash, and it won't have a dash jump.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
just
I forgot. This game does have the dash jump, which is like super handy.
Yeah, the problem with most games with their dashes is that it kind of has the cooldown, where you like dash and then you stop dashing, and then you can start dashing again. But if you have the jump dash available, then you dash and then you jump, and then you keep the momentum, and then you can, as soon as you land, dash jump again, and so that way you
Momentum
can
feels
just
good.
you can just keep going super
Oh.
fast.
I just glitched it. Ooh.
Reminded me of Castlevania backstep spamming. That you were
Oh
going
yeah,
forward.
the backdash people spam in like Aria Sorrow, and you can do the backdash cancel.
Mhm.
Ooh, shit.
Those developers really thought, how about we make the fastest form of movement as annoying as humanly possible?
Well, they didn't try to make it the fastest. I think that just came with the bugs with it, actually.
Kind of like wave dashing in Smash Melee. It's like, we didn't do this on purpose, but still the fastest.
Yeah.
For speedruns, like, people just
Forgot.
like disallow using backdashes because it's such a horrible way to play the game, or does everybody backdash everywhere?
I mean, I backdash a lot of places, but I kinda also don't. Oh, damn it. Got touched, didn't know.
I think your whole body is the no place.
In this game, yes. Okay. What else came out?
Grime was pretty popular.
Didn't touch that. I didn't like the graphics. I couldn't get into the art style.
Not pixel though. A lot of people just immediately dismissed it.
That I actually
Sad.
looked too, because I don't care if it's pixel or not. Like, I prefer pixel, but I'm not gonna just not play something because it's not pixel. I'm not one of those nerds. But
It's also a very like gray game.
yeah, it's very dirty and gritty, which is fine, but I'm just not for it. I could also
Grime
actually explain.
Seems to be one of the more popular releases. I mean, I think it was on a Nintendo presentation recently.
Oh
I can
yeah,
see it.
it's coming out on Switch next year or this year now. I think it was like summer. But yeah, since it's a 3D game, that's gonna take a lot of optimization to get it
Yeah.
working well on the Switch.
Oh, shit. Need to hit the button. I didn't
Weren't
even
we
see
just
that.
talking about this earlier?
Yeah, except
I
this
could've
isn't a
seen
whole
it.
gauntlet to get to the button. This is
Yeah, this is really easy.
see the button right away. The door isn't at the end of a hallway or series of hallways. It's in the direction that you're heading.
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, Grime had like it was very parry focused, and I'm sure like most people are aware of my opinions on parries. So I didn't like that aspect of it, but they did do some interesting things with it, where there were different types of parries and like different situations where the power or the parry was extremely powerful, and then somewhere it like didn't do much at all because there was like certain parts of the health bar that would be like locked, and then if the enemy was in part of the locked bar of their health bar, then you couldn't do the like extra damage parry.
And if you hate parries, you'd love Mordhau. It's just tricking other people into parrying when they shouldn't, and then you destroy them.
Sounds like Smash Brothers. Trying to trick people into shielding when they shouldn't, and then you grab them.
See, that's a
Great
very
fighting game.
good explanation.
One
A good
could say
comparison.
Grime is grimy.
I feel like that was intended.
Yeah, it was intended, but it's still like aesthetic that I can understand people not appreciating. It also made it so that a lot of the areas seemed pretty samey.
Come on, you're so hard to get to.
That's the thing, you gotta have, you gotta give your Grime some personality.
Oh no, look
Some-
at this. I would need to reflect them. What can I get that reflects things? God. Not sure. Oh shit.
Sounds like a parry.
It sounds like a parry.
It is a parry. You have to parry in this game in order to beat it. Bad game.
Bad game. Hey, this parry is fun though.
It's really not.
I like it. Oh shit! No! There we go. Yeah, I got my parry, so nothing else matters.
I like how you managed to get both of his upgrades and no other characters' upgrades.
I mean, you
Because
do
no one
find
else's
his
matters.
first.
True.
I found his
Well,
first. I didn't really play him as much. I only when necessary. I
Let's go,
suppose.
nerd. Get back here.
See, this is just kind of
Yeah, this is
Not that
also really
fun.
annoying. Yeah.
probably because of his movement, and maybe
Yeah,
they
you
didn't
can't
anticipate
hit half
that.
of them.
Yeah, like when he's walking backwards.
Yeah. But I mean, at least I'm doing 20 damage and not like 13. So it makes it a little better. Come on. Like, probably one more. Nope. Shit.
Like they should have made this do a lot more damage to him.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you for dying. Okay. Exactly what I wanted. Game. to think. There was one other game that I thought came out. I don't remember what it was though.
There was UNSIGHTED, which is that a Metroidvania? I've played it.
Kind of. It's like the closest comparison would be to a Zelda game or a Secret of, well, more Zelda. But like it is a top-down game, and it does have dungeons, and you can clear out the dungeons on the first pass, but you do also unlock more entrances to the dungeons, so they wind up being interconnected with the rest of the world eventually. So the interesting thing that game does is it has the like time mechanic where all the characters are slowly dying, and you have a limited number of of a certain resource that you can use on yourself to keep yourself from dying, or other characters to keep them from dying.
Ooh.
So
I do not like that.
So yeah, it does create like a stressful environment, but it also creates a like kind of tension where, well, that's just another way of saying stress, but it does like create situations where you have to make interesting decisions. And it's kind of like better moral choices than you get in all the games that have actual like morality systems.
It's almost like when people make morality systems, it's always binary decision making.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the problem with those is that the decision doesn't require the player to sacrifice anything. When you make a decision of who gets it's like meteor dust, who gets the meteor dust in UNSIGHTED, that like there's an opportunity cost there for every time you do it. So you're having to decide not like whether to use it on yourself or not, and not just that, but who to use it on. Like you're deciding like
shit.
when I played through it, there was a character that starts out really close to death, and I decided at one point that I probably wasn't going to be able to save everyone, so I cut that character loose, and they went on like they died effectively. But then
Damn.
I had enough. Yeah, but then because I did that, I had enough to save everyone else.
Yeah. Trolley problem.
Yep.
I don't like making hard decisions.
I mean, if one person has to die and everyone else is saved, I mean, and if they're close to death, I mean, that's pretty, cut and dry in my opinion.
And it's also like a case where the faster you beat the game, it's time based. So if you get really good at the game and you can beat it really fast, you can beat it with no one dying.
It is a very good way to incentivize speedrunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for my first playthrough, I probably beat it faster than the average person, because a lot of the other people I've seen like talk about how they play through it, they had a bunch of characters die.
They're also just bad at it, probably.
Maybe.
Get
Or
good, nerds.
they tried to keep that one character alive for too long and
dumped way too much into it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many characters are you choosing between here?
There's probably like 20.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good number.
And also, whenever you give anyone meteor dust, like after you give them meteor dust 4 times, they'll give you something.
Oh, it's like the one of those systems.
Sure, it is.
If I give you enough presents, eventually you'll give me your special item, then I can ignore you.
Yeah, that actually wound up being what I largely did. Like, that one character, I gave them the item 4 times, got whatever they were giving me, and then like, yeah, I'm not getting anything else for giving you more, and you're dragging everyone else down. Sorry.
You were reminding me I need to play more Hades because I got to the end of that in a small number of runs and didn't really uh, get to max out any character relationships or really do much of that side content.
There's a lot of side content too with the people. Excuse me while I die.
I had played the game some in like early access, and when it came out, I basically just most of my runs were successful, and you're kind of intended to use more runs, I think.
Yeah. God, I'm so slow. Ah.
And this is why Algus sucks.
This is why Algus sucks. Everyone's like, oh, he's OP. No! He's slow and boring. Now,
I mean-
Arius, my boy. Look at this
Maybe
man.
you find him boring because he's overpowered.
No, he's not overpowered, though. He's overpowered. You see this? He gets range. He can reflect projectiles. He is fast. He is
Okay,
speed.
stop taking damage then.
No, I just suck at the game. That's different.
I mean, he definitely has the highest skill ceiling. Overpowered often means easy to use.
He is easy to use.
Okay, you just took damage. You took 6 damage.
That's because I'm dumb, though, and I do this in every game. I do this in Symphony of the Night, and I'm good at Symphony of the Night.
Are
See
you-
how much
Yeah.
damage
Take
he was
damage?
taking as Algus?
How much more damage are you taking as August?
I don't know. Probably a lot.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh no! I didn't-
Engaging gameplay.
Shut up. Let me kill things.
Well, this
Because I don't think... No, they do come back.
is the minor enemies having too much health problem.
The problem is when you... I mean, it's not necessarily an enemy you have to reflect, but... It seems that
Yep.
when you reflect projectiles, they don't do nearly enough damage because it takes forever to kill enemies with reflected projectiles.
Hmm.
You'd think you'd have more of a reward for reflecting something successfully. I guess that would make some enemies way too easy though. Because you just would actually make them overpowered.
Mhm. So yeah, the problem with the reflect is the same problem I have with parries, is that it promotes a passive playstyle.
I mean, that the thing is though, you're not really rewarded like a parry. Because
You're rewarded with quicker death.
you sit around not doing damage, possibly, just to do the same amount of damage 1 or 2 attacks would do.
Yeah. So if you are going to have a parry or any other sort of passive thing, you should make sure the payoff is good enough.
See, that's fun. I enjoy that battle. God damn it. I don't want to get this nerd mage.
Then don't, it's fine.
Might as well, since I'm right here. Me when I'm older. Oh, spoilers, I guess.
Do they actually say it's him when he's older? I mean, it's pretty obvious,
it's
but...
pretty heavily implied. I think he figures it out at the very end. Hey,
I mean, they have the same exact color scheme and everything, like, how can you expect it not...
well, they don't
them
have the
not to
same
be.
nose, so it might not be. Okay, that's what I wanted.
7 damage from that... Wasn't it 7 damage for your
It's 6.
knight as well? Wow, 1 less damage taken.
You know what? I don't need this kind of attack. Just want to enjoy the game. Gosh.
guess another major release that I don't think any of us played was Fearmonium.
No.
I know
think
nothing
was-
about that.
I think it was the Cat Maze developer did that. Yeah, so I haven't played it, so I don't have much to say on that. But it's probably worth mentioning at least.
Yeah. Even though we're passing our turn on this one, it seems. You're playing Pronty. How's that?
Yeah. So yeah, it's an underwater Metroidvania, which I'm generally not a big fan of those. They generally don't have very good ability gating. It's hard to do mobility upgrades when you're underwater and can just swim everywhere. So it winds
Yeah.
up just being like, here's some dashes.
You can move faster.
Yeah. Pronty at least had some like interesting dashes. Like you could choose, like press the directional pad and like choose between a variety of dashes. And yeah, some of them were kind of interesting.
What if there was an underwater Metroidvania where you can't breathe underwater? So
Sonic
whenever you're not in
style.
whenever you're not in a save room, you're on a timer.
So I actually played a little bit of Sensekai or whatever. I forget what it's called. Like Into the Depths. Shinsekai. And in that one, you're in a kind of like a diving suit, and you'd have like an air meter that ticks down. But
Oh shit.
you don't really swim in that one, but you can use your air meter to do air dashes, and you can do it as many times as you want, as long as your like air holds out. Actually, did that come out this year? No, that was 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'd add
it-
it to the list. Thought it was this year.
Yeah. But yeah, that one you do have the
Damn it.
air meter, and you can actually get your air tanks damaged,
Oh.
and if they break, then you like have less maximum air.
Ew.
That's fun.
And one of the annoying things, though, like if they get damaged, they don't break immediately, so you can repair them. But the only way to you have to use a consumable to repair them.
Hmm.
And the game also has fall damage, which is pretty finicky. So there's times that like I would take fall damage, and I'm like, why did I take fall damage? I didn't fall very far. And now I have this damage that I have to use a consumable to fix.
Oh, before we end the stream, we should find the booty place for the thumbnail.
Oh, I don't know if I
Oh,
can
yeah.
find that.
You can find it. I believe in you.
I mean, if we need to, we could ask one of the guys in the server who has been to the booty place.
I mean, there's an awful lot of those screenshots
Yeah,
in
we
the
could use
Discord.
the
Come on, you can
Kyulu
find
one.
it. You can
I-
find it on stream.
I think it's in this area. Actually, it might be that room.
So the thumbnail doesn't actually have to be something that happened on stream.
It
You
should
can just
be
know.
upload
though.
any thumbnail.
But it's so much more exciting knowing that you only have a few minutes to go find the booty.
No,
before
I gotta
stream
kill the
ends.
Black Knight and then I'll find the booty pit.
Okay.
Got 11 minutes.
That's fine. I can tank a lot of his damage. Oh yeah, Algus is totally the most OP.
I mean, I think he has more DPS.
Not right now.
It's almost like it's because you're dumping all of your attack into this one character to
Ah,
give them slightly more damage than the other character.
It's not my fault he's the best character, alright? I'm gonna do a little thing I like to call death. Alright, I'll find the damn booty. Where's that ass?
Yeah, back to Pronty. So the dashes are actually like they have iframes, so they're also like an iframe dodge.
Okay.
But so the thing that I said was like I compared it to Vigil, where like Vigil has a bunch of like overpowered stuff that is in your kit that can like compete with the iframe dodge for like being that good. So it's like the dodge winds up being a cohesive part of the kit. In Pronty though, they have like synergies with your attacks. So there we go.
I forgot he shits out a T.
But you gotta come here as
A Kayuli, yep.
Kayuli, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm going there. Ah, I'm dying.
Yeah,
Come
so
here.
in Pronty, you when you dash through someone or through an enemy, it marks them, and then you'll do extra damage and get various other effects
neat.
based on the charms you have equipped. So yeah, it winds up being a part of the kit because there's synergies with other things. Well, you gotta go inspect it.
No, I was getting rid of the trap box, so it'd be a nice, clean.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Alright, that should be enough of a shot for it.
Yeah.
There we go. Forget. Stupid key code. God.
Just right out of the butt.
Right out of the ass.
Can't think of any other particularly notable releases that we've missed.
There was the new Death's Gambit update.
I also
Like,
didn't
it
talk
was-
about F.I.S.T.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't think any of us have played Fist, but that's like next on my list to play.
People say they like it, but not on PC yet, so...
Oh, it is
Oh.
on PC.
Oh, it
It
is?
is now?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like, part of the reason I waited so long to get it was because I was like, is this coming out on PC? And like, I want to get it on PC, but I don't know when it's coming out on PC. So I just waited. And then even after waiting, I still haven't gotten around to playing it.
Imagine playing games.
Yeah.
I just look at my library and don't play them.
I look at my library and be like, you know, this is a good time to replay one of the mini Elder Scrolls games. As
Well,
I
apparently I
ignore
did a-
Ramlana.
Apparently, I'm above the curve on how many Metroidvanias I played from this last year. So I played a lot more than either of you.
Yeah,
is
but
true.
I don't also like hunt down games for the genre. I just hunt down games that are like Castlevania.
I
am
just play a variety of games.
yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Not specifically looking for Metroidvanias most of the time.
Yeah. Like Astalon, I wouldn't have cared if it was an Metroidvania. It's not. But, you know, it's a really good game, so I enjoy it.
Did we talk much about Underlily?
A little bit.
We mentioned, yeah.
And
I don't
the
know much about that.
soul summon thing.
Yeah.
I need Algus for the card because I'm a little bitch boy. Can't do magic. Alright.
So mean.
Of course I mean!
I guess we didn't really say anything about Death's Gambit, though. It has pretty good exploration.
Yeah,
There
didn't
was
it,
a-
like, get an upgrade?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
basically decided to make it into a Metroidvania.
Oh.
Like, it was kind of advertised as one before, but apparently it was, like, really linear and stuff like that.
The exploration was very bad in the original.
Yeah.
And from what I played of the update, it's much better.
So they pulled
It's
an
moderately
old,
better.
No Man's Sky, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't feel like it did anything really special, but was like a solid experience. One interesting thing that it did, though, is that enemies don't have contact damage. You can actually just walk through bosses a lot of the times. And then the boss.
combat is
Sorry.
doing that. Sorry.
Sorry, what were you saying?
A lot of the combat is kind of just moving from side to side around the boss.
Yeah, like there was some weirdness where like the bosses a lot of times have like lunging attacks. So if you stand directly on top of them, they'll just miss you.
Interesting.
I didn't know this game just fills it out if you've already beaten the game.
Whoa.
I thought you would have to rebeat it.
that
but
is
no.
Not true.
But yes, I did fill up the Bestiary completely and utterly 100% last play. Whatever.
Which enemy is your favorite?
Let me look. Okay, I hate this one. This one I hate so much. This one's just like a bitter fly. Giant Spirit's lame. Lame. Like ripoff. Cute.
I liked the whichever enemy, just warrior type enemy, but you encounter them at the start of the ghost area and they suddenly just start like jumping and chasing you and you're like, oh my god.
Wasn't that this guy? Yeah.
All the enemies before were just passive.
Yeah, no,
No,
this
it's
guy.
not that guy.
No, it's not.
I mean, that guy's like even harder, I think, but there's a like medium tier enemy.
Oh, this guy. Isn't it this guy? Yeah, they hunt
No,
you down.
it's not the red guy, I don't think. Keep going. See it eventually.
Oh god, I hate those guys. Those ones?
No.
Oh, I like the Revenants. I just like how they look.
They do look cute.
Oh, these guys are nice just for money.
It's that one guy.
Him!
Right.
Yes, I know for a
Yeah,
fact it's him.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
You killed 62 of them.
Of
Because
these
they
guys?
chase you down
Yeah.
relentlessly. Just like jump over spikes and stuff.
Yeah. No,
As
I do
opposed
fight
to
things.
half the enemies in this game that are just completely passive.
Yeah. Prince Alex.
Let's see. I guess
I
the
think
only
this
other
guy is my favorite enemy, honestly. He's just... I love his design, I love his attacks, I love everything about him.
Thought he was pretty boring. He was just very spongy enemy, and he does a couple of moves that are easy to dodge. And
Well, he looks so cool. Better than this guy, Dullahan.
yeah,
Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad I unlocked that door and wasted a key. Look,
aren't you
filled it out.
Alta-4ing this never to play again?
Yeah, probably. Oh, I don't know. I might play it again.
We were pretty much at time for the stream.
Yeah, we are.
Did you wind up playing as any of the alternate characters?
I did a little bit of the hunter, but I mean, he was okay. I mean, he felt good. I mean, for me, because of how many games I've played of that certain series. But the other one was just, I use your power, and that is literally all you're good for.
Are you talking about alternate
The
characters
secret
or game
characters,
modes?
yeah. Oh, you mean alternate game modes? No, I have not beaten it. I
Yeah,
started them, but I didn't beat them, actually.
Yeah, I played the one that you unlock for doing 100% of the game.
This one? That one.
I was gonna try to not.
Oh, well, I already
Yeah,
passed it in the
spoiler.
very...
Oh, okay. Well,
I did it at the beginning
Okay.
of the stream when I had to do this. Like, I did that. There's like... There's no
Yeah.
going past it.
okay.
Yeah,
Can't you
15
wrap
hours.
around?
So you're the File 3 one that.
Oh, I could wrap around.
I played that. Yeah, I played a bit of the File 3 one. There doesn't seem to be any ability upgrades. It's just all keys.
It's essentially Castlevania Character 2 mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, I thought there was some novelty in playing as the one character, and I was hoping actually played through the end, just kind of did a speed run, because you can skip everything, just go straight for the last boss. I was hoping for something different, but it wasn't. It was very disappointing.
Yeah, you have to 100.
And then the other one I tried, we didn't really play much of.
Yeah.
So somebody was telling me that it's similar to playing Gargoyle's Quest or Demon's Crest with the other one.
Oh
No,
shit,
it
really?
seemed that way.
I should do that then.
I did watch some video of it and it looked like it was different from that.
But it's a gargoyle. It's got to be Gargoyle
Quest or Demon's Crest. One of the two. There's only 2 good Gargoyle games in all of existence. Those are it.
If I recall correctly, you have more of a slow fall than a hover.
I thought you could jump multiple times.
Hovering's the whole
let me
point
check.
of,
Let me
of
check.
the gargoyle. No
Spoilers.
hovering.
Spoilers. Don't watch for spoilers. I'm playing spoilers.
No point in being a gargoyle if you can't just float in place without gaining or losing altitude.
Yeah.
It's not even lore accurate.
It's okay. Know what? It's more akin to playing Meta Knight in Kirby. Nightmare in
That's
Dreamland.
actually surprisingly accurate.
I know it is because I played that as well.
Okay, yeah, so there still has not been another game that does the hover.
No.
Well, your game will do the hover if you ever make it.
Oh yeah, I forgot this is
I'm
up
the
here.
bully you.
I'll finish making mine when you finish making yours.
It's true. I'll bully you more off stream, I guess.
Yep. All right. Yeah, it is 10:32, so we should wrap the stream up. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. We actually stayed on topic pretty well today. We talked
You're
about
proud
games.
of us.
Mm-hmm. We went through all the major releases.
For the most part, yeah.
But we probably missed something.
Yeah. Oh, look at
The-
this little guy. He's so cute.
The Metroidvania of the year is... Drum roll, please.
To be decided whenever
Add-
you guys do the poll.
Add the drum roll and post. It's
Whenever Professor Q does the
Metroid
post.
Dread, because it's mainstream.
You know, that's probably what it's gonna be, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone for joining and have a nice night.
Bye.
Bye.